The sustainability reporting must be a strategic and a purposeful exercise, not an exercise in who can tick the most boxes. In 2 years' time, all large companies in the world, as defined by national and regional legislation and regulation, must be reporting their material sustainability data.
We have started to develop the guidelines because we believe that reporting is an important tool and can be very powerful to monitor, manage, and change. G4 is about how reporting as a tool can help us all focusing on what matters.
It is absolutely critical for an integrated report that there is the financial report according to financial reporting standards, and absolutely critical that we have a sustainability report according to the G4 standards, which is to me the premier standards in the world. Today, sustainability reporting has become mainstream as financial reporting. And it's almost natural, the confluence of these two streams into an integrated report.
We would hope that the reporting under the G4 will drive the change in business behaviour so that companies integrate labour rights, union collective agreements and environmental standards into their core business, not their reporting framework, their core business. That sustainability reporting will actually make a difference to the working conditions of workers, including in global supply chains.
As I look through the modeling and the way the report works, it's almost like a funnel. It starts with the materiality and it goes down and links to aspects and qualitative and quantitative information. I think it's the overarching framework that is much clearer and much more concise and will help us to better articulate our position in terms of sustainability.
G4 is designed for standalone sustainability reports, as well as being integrated reports as that framework emerges. G4 is the global standard in this area, and a strong G4 and a strong GRI is good for this field overall, which we know, as we've heard yesterday in the context, good for broader society, good for humanity, and good for all of us.
We can't afford to return to business as usual. We need to draw all, I repeat, all the lessons, the right lessons from the past. And so we need safer financial institutions. The way these commitments are met should be made public and transparent. That's why non-financial reporting is such an important issue. I'm convinced this serves the interest of investors, shareholders, employees, and society at large.
What measurements that you do will only drive behavior in that area. It's not about the measurements. It's about the real issues facing the world. Society is not merely another stakeholder in the business. It is the very purpose of it.
Governments are caught up in short term. That means that the only other powerful force in the world is business, and business has to make a choice, and the choice is relatively simple. Either we stick to short-termism, to the financially driven, quarterly result, outlook-driven paranoia that we're all faced, or we break out of this. And this breaking out means we need to think hard about how does business scale up the solutions that it can provide to this world. It's a journey.
There is a burning platform issue here, sometimes literally, of how we will maintain and utilize the resources of our planet. How will we, in a sustainable economy, deliver the kinds of products and services from an investment perspective that will inspire each and every one of those investors to consider these opportunities?
The challenge for all of us is put it into practice in our full value chain. Not by compliance, but by conviction. Not because we have metrics, but because we have a perspective. If we can say 2 years from now, all listed companies not only start to report, but really start to implement the practice. So that reporting is a driver of change. It's about the real economy. It's about justice. It is about responsible business. As I said this morning, it is all about creating better markets for better business, for a better world.
This is so urgent, and yet we don't seem to have that urgency, and we certainly don't seem to see it in the press. We don't seem to see it necessarily in the business community, understanding just how urgent that is. So, if we need to storm the barricades, we might have to do that.